Hey guys, Patriot with you for part 2. Thanks for tuning in. I guess I'm a little bit hoarse today. I don't know. Maybe the dryness. It's been 1 or 2% humidity here for the last, I don't know, several days, maybe even weeks. This is the takedown version, the Mossy Oak version. So I'm going to put this back together, put a couple of rounds down there at my practice targets just to make sure that when I start this process that it's in the black. So let's do that. That's too high. Somewhere in there should be about right. I know someone's thinking, Patriot, why are you always out of breath, dude? Well, you don't see all the cut scenes and what I'm doing in between. I'm running back and forth, I'm jacking around with this stuff, and I'm used to breathing normal down at 1,500 feet elevation, so it's a little different up here at 7,000. That dot's a little brighter than the other one. Okay. I got a good comfortable shooting position. I'll put one down. Okay, good. That'll get us ensure that we're on the black, and we'll start the test here. I'm trying to be as careful as I can with regards to my placement. Big bright blue jay just flew over. Trying to be as careful as I can with the placement of my eye behind the ocular here to make sure that I'm not inducing a parallax situation by moving my eye, so I'm getting a consistent cheek weld. I did the same with the AGP arms. I feel like I've got a good steady rest here. All right, this will be on the upper right target. 3 shots. Try to be as consistent as we can, then we'll go down range and check those. Okay, those all felt pretty good. The first one and the last one felt a little bit better. Felt like I might have pulled the center one a little. Okay, 3 shots. That might have been the one that I dorked around there. Oh yes, and I forgot that we were making a part 2 here, but the type of ammo that we're using is the Federal Target Gold Medal. It's a 40 grain solid, uncoated. That we are shooting at 21 yards. The reason that I'm not shooting any further is because the wind we have out here today. I want to be able to attribute the taking off the barrel and reinstalling it, any variation we have in point of impact, I want to be able to attribute it to that change and not the environmental conditions, the wind in this case. It's been pretty gusty, and these little 22s blow around much beyond 20-25 yards. So let's go ahead, lock the bolt back. We'll take the barrel off. I do have a full review on a stainless steel one of these. Okay, that felt pretty good. Let's go check those. Okay. Kind of eager. It's always that first one that you want to know. All right. Well, pretty much just like the other one. So this is the one that we just shot, and this is the one before it. This is the initial one. So we'll take off the barrel, reinstall, and we'll shoot 3 more here. You can see though, we're pretty accurate, we're pretty consistent. We're not so much looking at the variation between the rounds or the placement from center. We're just looking at the difference between where these fell, the relative accuracy between them. It will tell us kind of what this platform is doing. Now this dot is a little bit brighter than the other rifle. So I'm only on level 1, and the dot's a little bit brighter than the other dot, the other TRS-25, when it's at level 2. So I'm having a slightly less pinpointy aiming point to use. That might account for a little bit of that lateral that we're seeing, or it might just be this ammunition in this particular barrel. So hard to tell, but we're trying to determine shift, and right there I didn't see any. So let's go on to the third group. Stuff takes so long, I feel like I'm just burning through video footage. Hope I don't run out. I'll put that cap back on before I lose it. Felt pretty cracking good there. Boy, what a trigger snob. I'm complaining about a 3 1/4 pound trigger. Alright, so these did drift up a little bit. Gosh, I hope I remembered to show you guys that I took the barrel off. Alright guys, I apologize if I forgot to show you the barrel coming off last time. It did come off, I just might not have shown it. So you saw a slight vertical stringing there, a slight increase in, what am I trying to say? It impacted higher. Okay, all of those felt fantastic. Feel like I'm being quite consistent. Alright. We're definitely seeing some point of impact shifting. We went from this to this, that was pretty consistent. Then we had a little shift in the vertical, and now we have more of a shift in the vertical and a slight left shift as well. Another thing to note is that this gun just does not like this ammunition as far as accuracy goes. I've shot just a standard Winchester Super X out of this, or a Federal gold medal plated, and these rifles will typically shoot one ragged quarter-sized hole at 25 yards, sometimes nickel size, so just depends on the day and the conditions. The AGP arms gun didn't love the ammunition, but it seemed like it was satisfactory. This one I wouldn't even call satisfactory. It's definitely got some variation from shot to shot. I would say that of all my groups, all of my shooting, that I was the most confident about that last group, and we had the furthest spread between them and the biggest increase in takedown variation. So let's take this down once more. Okay, very interesting. We're back down at kind of our baseline with this one. We're kind of back down along that level there. But you can see that we did shift left as compared to our starting point. So I would say these two were very consistent. This one, we shifted vertically. This one, we shifted more vertically and left. And this one, then a slight left shift. All right, let's go get the tripod. I'll bring the rifles over here and we'll finish this off. I will say overall the AGP arms did return to zero better. It wasn't that this one was terrible, it's just that some of these were pretty dramatic. This vertical thing got me a little bit, but when I did this one, that was a pretty substantial shift. So it's possible that we just had 3 hot rounds. It's hard to say. We did shoot 3 of them, and then we shot 6, 9, 12, and 15 together. But I think that overall you're looking at an average. I'm a little bit surprised. This is a heavier barrel gun, and it does seem to have a beefier lockup mechanism than the AGP arms, but obviously the AGP arms is a very good system in the way that locks up. That plate butts up against the receiver, and that knurled nut screws right down on the AGP arms. This one's a little bit different. They had to make it very, very robust. It's not that the other isn't robust, but this one's got the forearm and everything on it. So overall, the AGP arms took this win, and we might try them again sometime and try it with a little different ammunition just to see if there's any difference there. But I think what we saw here was representative of the 2 types, the 2 platforms. You can tell I'm losing my voice a little bit. If you're using this as a backcountry food getting rifle, I think it's still going to suffice. It's just not going to win any bench rest competitions with that kind of a variation. I would say that it wandered about 3/4 of an inch there. Hopefully this was fun and not a boring video. I felt like there was a lot of, just sitting still shooting, but hopefully coming out here made it interesting. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll get another video up soon. Take care. Patriot out.